Elvis Presley, born January 8, 1935 in Tupelo, Mississippi, grew up in a humble two-room house. From a young age, he was captivated by gospel and rhythm and blues. Moving to Memphis in 1948, he began to shape the sound that would change the world. In 1956, he released his first single, Heartbreak Hotel, a song that marked the beginning of rock and roll's explosion. Elvis was more than a singer. His stage presence, his swiveling hips, and his magnetic energy electrified audiences. He starred in over 30 films and sold over 1 billion records worldwide. Graceland, his home since 1957, became a symbol of his empire and devotion to music. On August 16, 1977, at just 42, Elvis passed away. His funeral drew tens of thousands, and his gravesite in Graceland's meditation garden remains a place of pilgrimage, covered with flowers, notes, and memories of the king. Marilyn Monroe. Born Norma Jean Mortensen on June 1, 1926 in Los Angeles, Marilyn Monroe's early life was filled with foster homes and instability. Despite this, she transformed into Hollywood's ultimate silver screen icon. By the late 1940s and 1950s, she starred in hits like Gentlemen Prefer Blondes and Some Like It Hot, captivating audiences with her smile, charm, and charisma. Yet behind the glamour, Marilyn battled loneliness, insecurity, and the pressures of fame. Her high-profile marriages to Joe DiMaggio and Arthur Miller reflected her search for stability. On August 5, 1962, at only 36, she was found dead, leaving the world mourning not just a symbol of beauty, but a fragile, luminous human being. Cremated at Westwood Village Memorial Park Cemetery, her legacy is preserved in the flowers, notes, and whispers fans leave at her grave. Michael Jackson. Born August 29, 1858 in Gary, Indiana, began performing with his brothers as part of the Jackson 5. His solo career redefined pop music. With groundbreaking albums like Thriller, iconic dance moves including the moonwalk, and hits like Billie Jean and Heal the World, he became a global phenomenon. Despite unprecedented fame, Michael faced intense scrutiny, legal battles, and health challenges. On June 25, 2009, he passed away at 50, leaving millions grieving worldwide. His final resting place is Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Glendale, California. His influence continues to inspire artists and fans alike. John Lennon. Born October 9, 1940 in Liverpool, England, co-founded the Beatles, a band that revolutionized music and culture worldwide. Alongside Paul McCartney, Lennon wrote timeless songs like Imagine and All You Need Is Love, blending creativity with messages of peace and love. After the Beatles disbanded, he pursued solo music and activism, often with his wife Yoko Ono, advocating for world peace. Tragically, on December 8, 1980, Lennon was shot outside his New York apartment at the Dakota Building. His ashes were scattered at Strawberry Fields in Central Park, New York. Fans gathered there, leaving flowers, candles, and handwritten notes as tributes to his enduring message of love and peace. Whitney Houston. Born August 9, 1963 in Newark, New Jersey, started singing in church choirs and quickly rose to become one of the most iconic voices of her generation. Her 1985 debut album became multi-platinum, featuring unforgettable hits like I Will Always Love You and Greatest Love of All. She also conquered Hollywood with The Bodyguard, blending her music and acting talents. Behind her extraordinary voice, Whitney struggled with personal demons, leading to her tragic death on February 11, 2012, at 48. She was laid to rest at Fairview Cemetery, New Jersey. Fans continue to celebrate her unmatched vocal power, ensuring her legacy inspires millions around the world.
Charlie Chaplin. Charlie Chaplin, born April 16, 1889 in London, rose from a childhood of poverty to become one of the most beloved figures in film history. His creation of the iconic tramp character brought laughter to a world recovering from war and depression. Through silent films like City Lights and Modern Times, Chaplin became a global sensation without ever uttering a word. He moved to the United States, but eventually left during the McCarthy era, settling in Switzerland. Chaplin passed away on Christmas Day, 1977. He was buried at Corsier-sur-Vevey Cemetery, overlooking Lake Geneva. His grave was later secured beneath concrete to prevent disturbance, but fans still hike the hillside to honor the man who taught the world the power of silent laughter. Bob Marley. Bob Marley, born February 6, 1945, in 9 Mile, Jamaica, was more than a reggae musician. He was a prophet of peace and social change. His songs, including Redemption Song, One Love, and Buffalo Soldier, spread messages of love, freedom, and resistance across the globe. Marley died on May 11, 1981, at just 36 from cancer that began under his toenail. His body was returned to Jamaica and laid to rest in a mausoleum adorned with Rastafarian colors beneath a banyan tree. Fans make pilgrimages to this small town, leaving beads, records, and prayers, ensuring that Marley's message of unity and hope continues to resonate. Audrey Hepburn, born May 4, 1929, in Brussels, Belgium, rose to stardom with Roman Holiday and cemented her status with Breakfast at Tiffany's. Beyond being a style and screen icon, she dedicated her later years to humanitarian work with UNICEF, bringing aid to children in war zones and impoverished regions. She passed away on cancer on January 20, 1993, in Switzerland. Hepburn was laid to rest in the peaceful Guadagno Cemetery in Lausanne. Though her gravestone is modest, her legacy endures in both her cinematic artistry and humanitarian achievements, a testament to grace, compassion, and enduring influence. Frank Sinatra, born December 12, 1915, in Hoboken, New Jersey, became one of the most iconic voices of the 20th century. With his smooth baritone, he dominated big bands, recorded classic hits like My Way and Fly Me to the Moon, and captivated audiences on both radio and film. Sinatra also enjoyed an illustrious film career, winning an Academy Award for From Here to Eternity. He died on May 14, 1998, at 82. And was laid to rest at Desert Memorial Park in Cathedral City, California. Palm trees sway above his sleek black granite stone, where fans leave mementos daily, honoring the timeless charm of Old Blue Eyes. Prince Rogers Nelson, born June 7, 1958, in Minneapolis, was a musical prodigy and a revolutionary artist. Able to play more than 20 instruments, Prince pushed creative boundaries with hits like Purple Rain and When Doves Cry, defying conventional norms and building his own artistic kingdom at Paisley Park. Prince died on April 21, 2016, at 57 from an accidental overdose. His ashes were placed in a custom urn at Paisley Park beneath the studio he loved. Fans visit dressed in purple, leaving guitars and pedals, celebrating the boundless world he created. Prince didn't just make music, he made a universe that continues to pulse with life. James Dean, born February 8, 1931, in Indiana, became the embodiment of youthful rebellion and cinematic intensity. His roles in Rebel Without a Cause, East of Eden, and Giant showcased a raw vulnerability and magnetic presence that made him a cultural icon in just a few short years. Tragically, Dean's life was cut short at age 25 on September 30, 1955, in a car crash. He was buried beside his mother in Park Cemetery, Fairmount, Indiana. Fans leave toy cars, letters, and memorabilia at his grave, transforming it into a shrine to a life that burned bright and ended far too soon. David Bowie, born January 8, 1947, in Brixham, London, was a boundary-defying musician and performer. From Ziggy Stardust to the Thin White Duke, Bowie redefined music, fashion, and gender norms. He introduced the world to groundbreaking concepts in performance art and storytelling through music. Bowie died on January 10, 2016, just days after releasing his final album, Black Star. Cremated in secret, his ashes were scattered privately. Fans leave flowers and lightning bolt sketches near his family's mausoleum in New York, celebrating his everlasting influence. Bowie didn't just make music. He made a universe that continues to pulse with life.
Freddie Mercury. Freddie Mercury, born Farrokh Bulsara on September 5, 1946 in Zanzibar, was the flamboyant theatrical frontman of Queen. With his extraordinary vocal range and stage presence, he captivated stadiums around the world. Bohemian Rhapsody alone immortalized him in music history. He died on November 24, 1991, from AIDS-related complications. Freddie was cremated privately at Kensal Green Cemetery, London. Fans still bring scarves, flowers, and Queen records to his niche. Celebrating the man who declared, "I won't be a rock star, I will be a legend." His legend endures with every note and performance. Aretha Franklin, born March 25, 1942 in Memphis, Tennessee, was the queen of soul. From gospel roots to international stardom, her powerful voice and emotional delivery transformed music forever. Hits like Respect and Natural Woman became anthems of empowerment and cultural pride. She won 18 Grammys and performed for presidents, popes, and audiences worldwide. Aretha passed away on August 16, 2018 in Detroit and was laid to rest at Woodlawn Cemetery. A black granite stone marks her grave, but her voice continues to reverberate, inspiring generations long after her passing. Judy Garland. Judy Garland, born June 10, 1922, as Frances Ethel Gum, gave the world Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. Her extraordinary talent combined singing, acting, and deep emotional resonance, touching hearts across generations. She died in London on June 22, 1969, from an overdose. Cremated at Golders Green Crematorium, her ashes rest in the Lily Pond Garden, marked by a bronze plaque. Though her life was turbulent, her legacy endures through her music and film performances, remaining timeless and unforgettable. John Belushi. John Belushi, born January 24, 1949 in Chicago, was a comedic powerhouse whose energy transformed Saturday Night Live. His wild performances and brilliant timing made him an icon of American comedy. Films like Animal House and The Blues Brothers showcased his ability to combine chaos with precise comedic genius. Tragically, Belushi died on March 5, 1982, at just 33, from a drug overdose. He was cremated at Forest Lawn with a niche in the columbarium. Fans continue to leave sunglasses, beer cans, and humorous notes at his small plaque, keeping alive the laughter he brought to millions. Grace Kelly, born November 12, 1929 in Philadelphia, rose to Hollywood fame with elegance and poise. After winning an Academy Award, she left films to marry Prince Rainier III of Monaco, becoming a real-life princess. Her life seemed like a fairy tale, yet tragedy struck on September 14, 1982, when she died in a car accident at 52. She rests in St. Nicholas Cathedral, Monaco. Her tomb, simple yet regal. Grace's legacy of beauty, charm, and dignity continues to inspire both on and off screen. Gene Kelly. Gene Kelly, born in Pittsburgh in 1912, redefined the art of dance in film. With athletic grace and charisma, he made classics like On the Town and Singin' in the Rain unforgettable. Kelly combined technical brilliance with a joyful, fluid style, making dance a central part of cinematic storytelling. He served in the Navy during World War II and was honored by the Academy in 1952. Kelly passed away in 1996. His modest grave at Holy Cross Cemetery, Culver City, bears just his name and dates. Fans leave playbills and tap shoes, honoring the man who taught the world how to dance on screen. Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger, born 1979 in Perth, Australia, rose from local teen roles to international acclaim. His performances in Brokeback Mountain revealed deep emotional range, while his portrayal of the Joker in The Dark Knight became legendary for its intensity and fearlessness. He died on January 22, 2008, at age 28, from an accidental prescription overdose. His ashes rest at Karrakatta Cemetery, Perth. Fans leave Batman toys, flowers, and heartfelt notes, commemorating not only his talent, but also his vulnerability and brilliance behind the spotlight. Robin Williams. Robin Williams, born July 21, 1951 in Chicago, brought laughter and humanity to every role. From Dead Poets Society to Good Will Hunting, his comedic genius and emotional depth captivated millions. Robin's rapid-fire wit and improvisational brilliance were unmatched, making him a cultural icon. He died in 2014 at age 63, later revealed to be due to complications from Lewy body dementia. Cremated, his ashes were scattered in the gardens at Golden Gate National Cemetery. Fans honor him silently, knowing that through his films and laughter, his spirit remains alive in the hearts of generations. Steve McQueen. Steve McQueen, born March 24, 1930 in Indiana, earned the title of King of Cool with his effortless charisma and rebellious persona. From The Great Escape to Bullet, he captured audiences with his intensity, charm, and daring stunts. McQueen also loved racing cars and motorcycles, living life on the edge both on and off screen. He died in 1980 at 50 from cancer. His grave at Pacific View Memorial Park, Corona del Mar, overlooks the Pacific Ocean. Fans leave miniature motorcycles and notes, honoring a star who lived and died on his own terms, embodying rebellion, adventure, and coolness.